Saturday Ragchew here. Delay there, and of course, yeah, I was overlapping there, and of course, yeah, there was still music going ahead, and I was thinking, I've still got time to do things, and a little couple of things went down, but I've got it all good, I've got it sorted now. I've got Michael Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa, first in the log, who keyed up before the live stream and during the live stream. There was a crash at the end, but yeah, it's all good there. So hopefully I'm going across the whole network. Yeah, it looks like I am. So would anybody else like to join in with the Saturday Ragchew Net? If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name, and location. W.D.R.G, Stephen, South Wales. Good evening, Matthew, Chris. Yeah, thanks very much there. Got you not a problem there, Steve. Yeah, I'm playing around. I've got 2 live streams going. Yeah, also I've got the right mouse as well. I've got 2 live streams going, but I can see text going on. Yeah, that might be because, yeah, I've got the audio down on the playback, but of course I think the audio is getting out there over on Facebook. So, yeah, I'm restreaming the YouTube, and yeah, it's going out on the Facebook page. So, people always seem to struggle, so therefore, well, I've got a spare laptop there. Let's see if I can restream it at the same time. So, if you'd like me number 4 into the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and over. Well, no over, just a checking. I'm ahead of myself. Okay, nothing heard, and yeah, ironic, anything myself as well. I invited to write the UK's Eurovision entry, but that doesn't sound at 8 PM. But we go right into Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, and hopefully I can get a monitor cable plugged back in that time it just dropped out. Right, over to you there, Michael.
Thanks, Chris. This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, on another Saturday Ragchew Net. It's about 28 degrees Celsius here in Lebanon, Tennessee, United States of America. And I see Steve joined us. I'm looking for Rod. Hopefully he'll be here after a while. I don't know. We'll see. I noticed that we're having the SOS week this week, so I guess everybody is out and about for that. We're at, like I said, about 28 degrees Celsius, so it's summertime for a few days. Not for long, I don't think, but for a few days here. We give us a taste of summer before they do something else here. We had a relatively good day, good weekend. I've been playing with some new radios, small handhelds, and I'll talk more about that later on. But hopefully Chris will have his monitor set back up here in just a couple of minutes. Steve, hope you're doing well today. Everything's going your way out there. And I got that nice picture of me when I was young and had hair. I appreciate that. Let me tell you, I remember those fallen days when I had hair. Now I have an hour wear a hat to cover that spot so I don't get too much sunlight. And that's about all. I'm not talking until hopefully Chris has got his monitor set back up, so I'll turn it back to him. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charge there. Yep, I've got the monitor back in, and there is a monitor on the laptop, but I was just seeing out the picture, but I can first see it through that monitor, and yeah, it just ironically dropped, and yeah, it's basically just up to the dashboard. It shows the studio for YouTube, so any comments that come in there, and of course, yeah, I can see there are 3 people watching on the actual live stream on Facebook, and of course there are people watching also on YouTube. So yeah, open the horizons there with a double live stream going out there. Wondered whether I could do it, and yeah, you don't know if you tried here. So it's all good. So we go right to GW5 VOG. Steve, right to you there.
GW5 VOG returning. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, Michael. Yeah, I've got a balls patch as well on the top of my head, so I'm likewise have to wear a cap. I quite like wearing baseball caps, but my wife doesn't like it. And I used to put one on and she said, "Shut off, I don't like it. Oh, it's horrible." And of course now I've got an excuse. I can say, well, I'll get sunburned otherwise. Not that it's that sunny here that often. We should have had rain all day today, and it didn't rain at all. It's been overcast. It's kind of cold, actually. We've got a bit of a cold wind still coming across us. But it's just started raining now. It was supposed to rain all day, so I suppose we were lucky, maybe. I've been out in the garden a few times feeding birds and cleaning the feeders, because apparently there's a bit of an epidemic infection going around killing birds, and the Society for the Protection of Birds has told us we've got to keep cleaning them. So to stop, I think it's goldfinches are all dying out or something because of this disease that's transmitted when they feed. Yeah, I'll pass it back to you then. Chris, I was a bit late coming today, so I'm a bit disorganized. Got all my stuff here, and I've had a chance to think of anything to say. So, GW5, pass you back to the net controller, M7CCS. Chris, over to you.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, like I said, literally, I was just getting ready. I was playing with the other live stream, and I was about to make it go live, but it's like, it's pointless, because it's basically re-screening what YouTube sees. So the live that is on YouTube it's then put another delay in and putting it out on Facebook. But of course, it's getting it out there in 2 places. So I thought I'd give it a go, see if I could get it to actually work, and it is. But of course, the computer decided to leave it down on me. I started, I got it all running 5 minutes left on the clock, not even got the logger. And of course, yeah, it all went wrong and all dropped. And of course, yeah, there are people out there playing SOS radio. Of course, Golf Bravo SOS has been used today on Show Island with G7 LSC, along with W.D.R.G and family. There are other call signs there as well. So they've been doing the HFFT, so of course, that's what they've been doing. So, yeah, I found out about it. It was mentioned in the group, and I thought, right, we need a little post to get out there, tell people what's happening. So that got done this afternoon, not this morning even, and got out there and this afternoon. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to see if anybody else would like to check in to the Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and we'll give an over at this stage.
Geez, you know, he used that to run in Cambridge.
Yep, T0EZ worked, got you there, didn't get you in the first range, but, yeah, you got over with this check-in, so range to you there, Ross.
T0EZ, right, yeah. Thanks very much, Chris. Good evening to Michael and to Steve. This is the third radio I've tried. DMR is not having it at all. It shows up on the node as I'm transmitting, but obviously I'm not. So there we go. Yeah, our weather's been much like yours, Steve. It's been quite nice most of the day, and it's just started raining. But we've had a good 2.5 days of rain in the last 2 days. But when you go out on the dog field, there's absolutely no difference whatsoever. It's still cracked. You know, the water's just not soaking in at all. So, there was a good few downpours. Right, I'll pass it back to you, Chris. M7CCS, G0, user.
Yeah, Mike, Charlie Gary, yeah, not a problem there, and, yeah, you got it in the end. And that's the good thing about having different moves to get in. Well, it won't work for you. But, yeah, it's all good there, Rod. So, we'll see if we've got a number 5. If we've got a number 5, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over for the Saturday Ragchew Net. Okay, nothing heard, so we'll go back up to the top of the list. We're going to go back to Michael with the Alpha 5, Romeo and Juliet. I can relax now, actually take things in, and of course, yeah, I don't think I've got anything else that can go wrong. Hi. So, yeah, unless it starts chucking down the rain, we get a tornado coming through, and the internet goes. So over to you then, Michael, with the Alpha 5, Romeo and Juliet.
Chris, this is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and Juliet, in Lebanon, Tennessee, United States of America. And like I said, we're right today. The last couple of days we've had sunshine. We're actually still deeply into a drought. So we are in need of some rain. And I was really kind of cool. I looked at my local radar and I spread it out. And what I could see around the place, and I looked over to the UK. It looks like y'all have rain. Very much rain clouds from Scotland, above Scotland, all the way through the UK, all the way down and across the river, the Thames, I guess, is all the way over to France. So, you know, nobody's going to miss getting some of the rain. You know, nothing else for just a little while anyway. I wish we could get something like that. We could surely do it. And, you know, my wife today went to the farmer's market. She doesn't feel too well there. She took her sister because her sister, you know, can take some of the stuff off of her. And got some beautiful broccoli. So I'm looking forward to that. And she got some really beautiful yellow squash. And I don't know what all else I don't think she showed me when she got back. But I'm looking forward to that. Love fresh vegetables from the farm and the farmer's market. Use it as a daily harvest. So I'm looking forward to that later on. See what she does with it. And, well, obviously, to have you back on the group, I was getting a little worried. I didn't know if you were going to have some issues and couldn't make it back over the net. And now we finally got the 3 Musketeers together again, so we can enjoy the rest of the net. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, Mike, having Charlie Sierra, thanks very much then, Michael. So, next we're going to go around to Steve, but yeah, we have got the 3 Musketeers, and hopefully it doesn't end up like that, but yeah, some amateurs, they get dragged by the X-Whale to watch Eurovision, but that starts in about 45 minutes. And so, right, we'll go, when whoever times out first, we'll see the timeout. So over to GW5 at DOG, and yeah, it did break, so I don't know if it will work, and whether the audio part will work. Maybe I'll press it just for a test. Over to you then, please, GW5 at DOG.
GW5 saying thank you, Chris. If I sound out of breath, I've just run up 3 flights of stairs carrying computers and radios and things like that. So I'm now in my shack because I'm a little bit behind with my schedule of FTA. So I like to do 5 calls a day, and I missed yesterday. So I might do a little bit of FTA on at the same time while I'm talking to you. So usually that means that I can't remember what anyone else said because I've been doing something else. So you'll have to excuse me if we get to that state. Right, getting my breath back now. If you remember, we did our rally in my local club, which I did quite a lot of the organisation for last Saturday. And I was glad when it was over, very relieved. But I had people phoning me up because unfortunately my phone number was on the adverts for it, with queries about one person had bought something and then left it on a shelf behind the person he bought it from and said I'll be back for that, and they forgot and went home without it, so he wanted me to chase up with the person where it had gone. And then another person who was a member of our club, actually, so got to pay attention to him a bit more. He bought a 4-meter radio for £60. I only got it home, it was dead, so there we go. So he wasn't very pleased about that, and he wanted to find out who had sold it to him, but he couldn't quite remember which table he bought it from, so it's driving me mad, to be honest. So anyway, then straight away, I had to do a Zoom meeting. No, not a Zoom, Microsoft Teams, because I'm organising a thing at the end of the month, commemorating Marconi's transmission across the Bristol Channel in 1897, and I had to go to this meeting, and I've got to organise all things like that. The interesting thing was, I wasn't going to have a special event call sign. We were just going to use our club call sign, but the people who were organising it wanted us to have a special event call sign. So I applied for it, thinking, oh God, I won't get it in time, because it's 2 weeks. And it came out within about 30 seconds. They granted it to me, which is very impressive. So I was quite pleased with that. So that's the first time I've ever done that. So there we are, new experience. So back to you, Chris M7CCS from GW5 DOG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, quite the organizer there, Steve. But yeah, it's all good there. So we will go right to Rob now, G0, EZ.
G0, EZ. Back to the room. Yeah, all of them there. Yes, always a problem when you're organising something, and like I say, your number's there and nobody else's. So yeah, you get caught for the lot, and there's no lot you can do about it when they don't know where they bought it from. I've been doing a lot of computing this week. I had a problem early in the week. I tried to scan something and email it to a friend. I scanned it, but to my Mac would not, it wouldn't accept it at all. So, quite an old Mac anyway, I decided I had a Windows machine that was attached to the back of the TV that I hadn't used for ages. So I brought that down and set that up, and hopefully that'll solve that problem. But I had an oldish laptop I hadn't used for ages, and I thought to put Linux on it, so I went ahead and put Ubuntu on it. It seemed to work alright, but in warning about incorrect power supply and battery won't charge, etc. Anyway, as the evening went on, I was not far, but dropped it. When I tried to boot it up next time, the day after, it wouldn't boot at all. So I stripped that down, put it all back together, because there was nothing obvious. I did all the ribbon cables, etc. I booted up, but same problem with the power supply. So I did a bit of research, and apparently it's just quite a problem with Ubuntu. Well, there's no drivers for it, so you know, for the Dell. So I gave up on that one in the end. And anyway, when a little bit later, I got to strip it down to put all the screws back, and the nothing wouldn't work again. So it's on its way to the tip. Next time I go, it's going to the tip. Together with another one that's just as bad. Anyway, I've just turned red, so I'll pass it back to you, Chris M7CCS, G0,
Yeah, Mike 7, Sierra, yeah, I was fixing the time, mate, so yeah, I've changed the audio on it as well as an image. So yeah, if you're watching, you might have got a little glimpse of it, but you might not have got the audio, but yeah, you need the audio up. And Donna's on YouTube, she's in the church information, she was at the church that night before the Ragchew, but of course, yeah, luckily it went down, we got it up and running, and yeah, she's able to watch. So, of course, yeah, Donna's hearing is loud and clear, so that's all good. So I'm going to see if anybody else would like to check in to the Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call site, name and location, and over.
G0,
Okay, I think that was G0PZ. It may have been wrong, but yeah, we're trying for you, G0PZ. I might have it wrong though, so please correct me if I am wrong.
G0, Golf 0, and you've got all the line, you've got it.
Okay, thanks very much. It's slightly broken there, but yeah, we've got you with us, and so we see if anyone else would like to join in the Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and yeah, we'll see what we can get.
This Kilo India 5 of everything in uniform. Jerry calling out of Coca-Cola, USA.
Yeah, thanks very much there, Jerry. Got you in the log there. So, right, we've got two new stations. We're going back up to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, this is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. and he was joined up with some new people. One from the U.S., I can see. He's from Oklahoma. Jerry from Oklahoma. And what they say in Oklahoma is okay. For Cheshire State Water, I believe. And let us know that. So it's good welcome here. I hope everybody's doing well. Like I say, I see Don has joined us on the YouTube channel, which is putting up our shopping for the day. It kind of strikes me as when I was over there, the shopping over in Europe is a little bit different from over here in the United States. Like over in Europe, a lot of times y'all involved for the people that shopping over there was only for 2, maybe 3 days or something along those lines. Over here, we got a lot of our shopping we do for at least a week to 2 weeks, and some people buy enough food to last even longer. And I thought that was kind of strange because I was go through the towns over there when I was in the Navy, and I would see these women just carrying small shopping bags, and it's something you can carry in a small traffic for a small walk. And I looked at it here, and ours was still up the back end of a car. So I always thought that was interesting, how we have the difference in shopping. It may have changed since then, but it was always pretty interesting to me. And I always like to follow, going through town, I like to follow somebody, experienced shopper, like a housewife who was, all up in it at 40 years old, because they used to do where all the bargains were at. So I went into a city that I wasn't really knew a whole lot about. I would follow one of those around. Not to look like a stalker, but you got to get an idea of where they bought the best stuff. And usually that's where you find all the good bargains. So that's my time for being over there. And I guess I'll turn my memory lane off and turn it back to you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5 for Romeo and Juliet Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, that's all good there, Michael. And, yeah, no one's getting near that timing. Yeah, it's been changed, we'll give it away. It's been changed in the sense of, Eurovision. So, yeah, Steve, turn up your audio, give it your best shot, and then turn up the audio on the live stream just as you try, mate. And over to you there, Steve.
TGIF returning. Thank you, Chris.
So I was going to start doing FTA. Well, I've turned it all on, and there's a signal on the radio, but somehow it's not getting through to the computer. I've never known that before. But, I wonder if it's in the wrong, I think it's in the wrong socket, so it's in the wrong COM port. Yeah, try that one. As I was saying, I was having a Microsoft Teams meeting with people from the National Trust in Somerset who are organising a public event over the way on Green Down, which is one of the places Marconi transmitted to, from Lavenot Point here in Penarth. And there was also somebody who represents the people that own Steep Home, which is the kind of Allsop Nature Trust or something. The people from Cardiff Council, Harbour Authority, and Flatholme, and little old me. And so I got more organising to do, so I wish I'd never stuck my head up and said I'd do it. But I've not been that active with doing activities over the last year or so. The guy that used to be our chairman and used to organise everything, he's been ill, and he had a procedure, I think, and some sort of heart problem, and he can't drive. He lives about 20 miles away, in a sort of quite rural location, so he can't come to the meetings anymore or anything.
So, and also we've bought a flex radio about 18 months ago. We've been doing so much work every time we're there trying to get it to work remotely. We've had a lot of trouble with it. We've had to have a new telephone line put in for our own broadband, and then I mean, I don't really understand all these things, but they had trouble with port forwarding and all that sort of thing. Went on for ages and ages. Then they decided to link it to the Quebec 100, Quebec Oscar 100 geostationary satellite. Then they decided to put a transverter so they could get 2 meters on it, and everything took days and weeks to do. So we've been sort of concentrating on doing that. At the time now, I noticed my little red light has gone out. I haven't got my computer on, it's not working very well up here in the shack. Anyway, I'm going to pass back to you. M7CCS and GW5V.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, you did tell me, and it will catch up. And you'll see it on it. But, of course, yeah, you did tell me there, Steve. So we go right to Rob, G0, DUZ. G0, DUZ, yeah. I like the it was, very, topical, isn't it? And a good evening to Jerry and the other station that joined us. You'll get to know the show, I won't keep it long. The other thing with the computer was the hand clock. You know, those inverter hand clocks. I decided to go and update that so it would continue to work after June. And I couldn't get it to work at all. It just wouldn't boot up at all. Anyway, I found out there's something wrong with the power in. So I had to take it to pieces, drill out the hole a bit more, so as the plug would go further in, and it seemed to work then. So I put in what we said to put in, it's just a change of web address for the server, and that should work. So we shall see. I shall look forward to it. Although, to be fair, I haven't used it much because I'm not in the shack much. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0. You use it? Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, funny enough, my handle, it went funny on, it went funny on, it was actually Saturday last week. I didn't mention it. It did go funny. And basically, what I did is, I managed to, let's turn it off, forgot about it. And I was scrolling through the old book, I'm not actually going to get it right on the live stream. It's not doing it. I don't know where I've hidden it. But, of course, I've got it there actively. It's basic version 4. I think it's 2.4. I'm trying to read it very, very small. It's not actually coming out on the live stream. Unfortunately, I basically plug it in and make sure that I'm medicine. And any other that you want to do the update, so I've done the update, and I haven't had an issue since. It's working away in the background, but I just can't get it on the live stream because obviously the address has changed since I last got on the live stream. But that's okay. So we will go right to, I didn't get a wrong name, I think it was Golf 0 Victor Zulu Echo. Right to you.
Yeah, you really don't see it. You'll not get a job. They'll rely on it. So thank you. I'll just in. I only got in the one hole. What else you doing on? So I just thought I was enjoying that. So yeah. First of all, it's very cool and able to say on the news. So the installation for the winter, we're going to be there in the summer. But anyway, the name is Abba Control for the Southern New York, Newcastle on the line, and stuff is just absolutely great there. Back to you, Golf 0 Victor Zero Echo.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, thanks very much there. So next we will go round to, we'll go round to Jerry, KI5, November Tango Uniform. Try reading the call signs when you're distracted. Alright, over to you there, Jerry.
This is KI5, November Tango Uniform. This is actually my first net in Fusion. I just now got my FTX1 here. I found you guys on WiresX, and I thought I'd try it out. So I appreciate any feedback that you can give me that if it's coming in clear enough. But yeah, this is my very first Fusion net here, so I appreciate everyone getting on. And to comment on the Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa, I was about 40 minutes from a major, well, I wouldn't even say a major city. It's a city of about 10,000 people. And that's probably the best supermarket. So I do have to load up, and I have to replan all my meals throughout the week. So yeah, we do load up out here, unfortunately. And yeah, meals you have to replan because we don't have fast food out here in the middle of nowhere. I live in a North in USA, and right now we're battling fires around us and wind, and the temperature out here is about 32 degrees Celsius. It was 40 yesterday, so we are in a fire danger area. So that's what we have to deal with today, and then maybe tonight we'll get some rain, maybe, but the weather's calling for some storms to include tornadoes. So for the next couple of days. So I hope we get some rain all of this. But I do appreciate you guys being out here so I can test this out, and I look forward to coming back on and talking with y'all. And I'll turn it back to you for the next show. This is outside NGU.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, the other little bit, well, I think I'm ready to come ready to all your streams. So, yeah, there is the other little bit. But other than that, not a problem there. I think, yeah, the audio is absolutely fine. I think, yeah, I think anything that is a problem is just a breathing noise, to be honest. And yeah, taking that breath and some radio respond well to it, but yeah, you got through, not a problem there, Jerry, and yeah, nice audio there, of course. I'm using YSF myself, and of course the Saturday Ragchew Net. It's been going for about 7 years, mate, and it makes me feel old saying that. And yeah, originally the live stream used to go out on Facebook. It's transited over to YouTube, and of course, yeah, I found a way to get it going for both. So, of course, yeah, I noticed that if you, well, say the words, if I go to the WALES-WDRG, the Saturday Ragchew Net, as a punter, it looks like it's going to stay. So, yeah, I need to get some more content on that. Making sure it gets out there. But glad you've joined us for the net, and of course, yeah, it's nice to have a few people on, and as I always say, it's people that make the net. So, if you'd like to be number 7 into the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name, and location, and over. Okay, nothing heard there. So, yeah, your revision has just kicked off. Oh well. I say it's just kicked off. The program's been on. They're still flashing lights and whatever. They haven't done any real introductions as yet. I don't believe. Yeah, if you're not watching, you don't know. But yeah, parade of flags. We will go round 2 Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. It's Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, and I just looked up where Jerry's living there in Oklahoma. He's kind of sandwiched in between Texas and Kansas. And when you were talking about the fire, I watched it on the news the other night, and it's got a good portion of New Mexico, Texas, and Colorado, which would be a lot like having the entire UK, Ireland, and Scotland on fire all at the same time. I'm pretty sure that's about the extent of the fire, and it's a very big, very rough situation over there. I hope Jerry, hope you take care and keep your family safe and keep your what you can of your homestead there safe. I like hearing another person on this net calling y'all. I guess I'm about the only one that says y'all out here. But be careful out there, my friend, because it's no joking out there. You take care of yourself. But anyway, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I was going to say, I picked up this week I've come up with the marketing of Bofang, and I bought their 25th anniversary edition of their UV5R. Pretty impressive little radio, even if it is a low-end radio, but it's what made them a name in the market, and it's kind of cool. I got mine in orange, and it's got a clear antenna so you can see all the workings of the antenna that comes with it. Pretty sharp little rig. And so far, after my program, it's been pretty good. I've not had any problems with it all with it so far, so I'm kind of enjoying that. And with that, Chris, I'll turn it back to you. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, and I'm out.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I'm not sure if you timed out whether you didn't. Oh, well. No, you didn't quite time out. 114. I heard the word time out, so I thought I'd just press it. And that's all good. I was looking at the calendar. Yeah, okay. I don't really escape that one. I do, I don't. Yeah, you were talking about your Bofang. Well, I know that I'm actually getting for my birthday on the 29th of May. I know what Donna's got me. But I chose it because obviously it's radio related. But it doesn't have a Bofang inside it. But it's clear. It's already arrived, please, with Donna. It is clear. It gives you, you know if you're going into it or not. Because you see an LED light up and not light up, and it's got a heartbeat LED, anyone getting any closer yet. Yeah, basically we decided to, I was seeing a lot of videos about radio-less ALLSTAR games. And I was all happy for the buyer to get me one, and I was going to put the extra £59 to it, and then I added shipping, and it shot up to over £215, and I thought, nah, I don't want that. So I went somewhere where I've been before, and I found a clear ALLSTAR node, and it's a smaller one, and yeah, I do miss being able to use a cross-hang or whatever radio I've actually got, and just punch in the frequency and the CTF, and yeah, away I can go. But yeah, I will be playing with the Echolink side of it as well, because yeah, it's an ASL3 node as well. So I'll be playing with that once I got it on my birthday. But of course, yeah, that's 29th of May. But I've seen that there is a Ragchew on the 30th of May, the day after. Yeah. So we will. Yeah, I'm going to see where I was. Michael nerdy time now. We're going around the speed GW5 VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, my excuse for starting out is you told me to time out, so I did. Yeah, I'm sure you said, come on, Steve, you haven't timed out yet, or something like that. And you made me time out. Talking about timing out, I was shopping in one of our large supermarkets, Tesco's, and I saw something I haven't seen for ages on a supermarket shop. That is Cadbury timeout bars. I know you managed to buy some somewhere that you gave to me in Blackpool as a present, which was very welcome because I was starving at the time. And yeah, you've got a picture of one of the rappers, I think, on there. That's your timeout banner, but these are completely different rappers. Timeouts, nevertheless, a pack of 5, I think. I had them all within 2 days, so I'm a bit greedy like that. You probably remember that, but I just gobbled them all up, and I immediately, because I haven't eaten for a few hours. And so there we are. Yeah, Michael was saying about shopping habits in the UK. Yeah, in the old days, people in the UK didn't buy huge amounts of food because we didn't tend to have freezers at all, and a lot of people still didn't have fridges as well. I mean, I've always had a fridge. I can remember we always had a fridge when I was little, but not a freezer. And now everybody's got huge, big American freezers, just like you. And so people started doing great big weekly shops, filling up baskets, sometimes more than one, big trolleys. But recently, actually, people are getting now that they want to look for bargains all the time because of the cost of living crisis and everything. So they tend to go shopping around all the different supermarkets, buying small amounts, just getting the bargains. So I think we've gone back a little way. You do still see people with a massive trolley, though. So anyway, before I time out again, M7CCS from GW5DRG. Back to you, Chris.
Like 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, you may have noticed that, yeah, the actual timing that I use on here, it is the old bar, chocolate bar in a sense, because they were double as well. And of course, the ones that I got you were single, and they're in a paler blue, with a completely different logo. And the reason why I chose the older logo is, number one, it was the 80s kind of logo, it's the 80s, 90s logo, so when I was growing up, that's what my mate looked like. But also, in a roundabout way, you do away with that copyright, because they don't look like that no more. So, yeah, there's that. So it's okay, and, yeah, I don't know if anyone has got the Eurovision on, but, I don't know what the mail is. But, yeah, it's, if it is in country, I suppose there's different fashions, so, that's all good. So we go round, to TG0, I suppose we can talk about, everybody that, and of course, if anyone saw what the picture was for, the YouTube live stream, before it didn't went live, of course we can't talk about that one, but, I think the picture reflects what's going on this week very well. So round to there, Rob, G0, use it.
G0, use it, yeah, oh, you know, that sounds good. And no radio. Yeah, I have one that after the car doing nothing. It's SF-818 is the radio unit. But I got lots of bad audio records on it. It plugs in USB wires. So I suppose I could take the unit, the board out to his box and put it in a case. But I'm not bothered because I don't use ALLSTAR anymore. I don't use much anymore. But all my hotspots here don't seem to do the job. Although the hotspots, I think it's possibly the radio. And the goalpost being corrupted, I think, and that's the problem. Although it lights mine up. It lights the screen up here, as if I monitor the on the web. It lights that up, but it's not going anywhere else after that. So I don't know. Probably not bothered with it for a bit. This YSX is working all right for me, so I'll stick with that, I think. So. Yeah, otherwise, I've had the radio on while I've been sat in out in the side, shack messing with the computers, but I'm not actually doing any radio. I mean, my local repeater so quiet, it makes you jump when it talks. You just don't hear it. So, back to you, Chris M7CCS, G0, use it.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, the one thing with an ALLSTAR node in one sense is the power supply. Throwing the ferrets on that power supply and whatever. But of course, yeah, I find a little illumination way around it. It can be a little bit of a pain, but it's not. I've got a power bank, and it will happily run a pi-based kind of thing. It was tested actually with a different ALLSTAR node as well. And it will happily run it for about 2 days. That's with talking and whatever. So, yeah, I have to use the power bank. And then charge the power bank. And then, yeah, you don't get that little noise on transmissions and things like that. That will eliminate it, whether it's there or not. In hope. But, of course, yeah, still need the ferrites on there. So, right. I lost my audio. KI5 STU. So, yeah, so you lost his audio. You might have to go back into the room. I don't know which one you were connected to, but WiresX 87517. Or search direct and look for W.D.R.G. If you are on NXLX, then you need TGIF 13. But yeah, if you're doing YSF-CQNW, then you just need to see it, the full group. So yeah, hopefully you do get back to us. So I'm going to call in G0 Victor Zulu Echo.
G0 G0 Victor Zulu Echo. I was really thinking about Eurovision when you mentioned Australia in the Eurovision. I don't know whether Australia was actually part of Europe. I don't have to do any geography lessons all over them now. And I thought it was in South Pacific, but then again. Other than that, it's getting darker here. The sun is going down a bit now. It's looking really pretty cold from Newcastle and the line at the minute. Or from where I am in Newcastle and the line anyway. It's pretty quiet, so yeah, just let's see them now, and I'll say nothing pretty close. I'll pass you to the next one. G0 VZE, Golf 0 Victor Zulu Echo.
Yep, not a problem there. So we will go around to Jerry. Hopefully he did get his audio back. Yeah, okay, I5 NTU. Hopefully he's got the audio back by keying up. Over to you there, Jerry.
Chris, yeah, I'm back. This is I5 NTU. We, lots of audio on YSF. Looks like it timed out, so I restarted everything, but no biggie. Couple seconds and back on. Anyway, lost a bit of the conversation there, but out here, we're fine so far. We're good under fire danger out here. It's not. We had some little brush fires around the town here a little bit, but pretty good fire department that all volunteer out here also, by the way, and they take care of those projects. So as long as the wind stays down, this dry humidity is you.
Yeah, like having drugs, yeah, well, yeah, you find it's on YouTube, kind of caught up a little bit, yeah, of course, that does happen, it does tend to happen. So, of course, when you first use WiresX default settings, it will, I think it's like 10 minutes maybe, it sets it up as, but if you go into digital call settings, you can set it to 60 minutes. But yeah, it basically jerks you back to a default room, or if you haven't got a default room, it just disconnects. Yeah, that's, well, it's all good. It's good that you got back to us there, Terry. So I'm going to see if anyone else would like to join us on the Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and over.
Charlie 3, Zulu, Uniform, Quebec, John in Pennsylvania, America.
Yeah, Kilo Charlie 3, Zulu, I can confirm you get in there. I just, forgot the last letters. If you could just come back in, confirm, and give a name.
Certainly, Chris. This is John, and my call sign is Kilo Charlie 3, Zulu, Uniform, Quebec. Zulu, Uniform, Quebec. Pennsylvania, America.
Yeah, thanks very much there, John. I've got you there now, and now I've got the call sign in, of course, yeah. It's giving me the details because you've got a DMR ID. Yeah, good to have you there, John. So we'll see if anyone else would like to join us on the Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and over. Okay, nothing heard. So we will go back to the top of the list and we will go to Michael with the Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
It's Chris Smith M7CCS, Romeo India Papa here, and we're gaining more Americans with every over. So it's like we're invading. Watch out. We may change the English language all the way over back to us before it's over with. Anyway, Steve, I was going to tell you, yeah, I've been on FTA. I'm usually on FTA most of my day if I'm in the chat. I like doing the FTA because I can do several things at one time. I can either do single 5F and watch my FTA and make exact contact. But I've been noticing this week, the first half of the day, till about early afternoon, I don't get many contacts that part of the day. I don't know what's going on with that. Usually it's very early in the morning, I get some on 40 meters, but later on suddenly it'll die out. But it will come back again here anyway, about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. And I can go over to 30 meters, and I can make lots of contacts on 30 meters at that point in time on the FTA, which is also when I use sometimes do my test, but it kind of puts me in the shack at the same time making contacts. I try to get about 10 QSOs a day, so that will give me 3,650 QSOs in a year. That's what I'm trying to do, is to get that much in a year and try to drive that number up. I like making the contacts, looking to grow. So that's what I do. I hope it works out for you too, Steven. And the guys that's here in Oklahoma, be careful. Have a good one. And I'll be thinking about you as suspicious of what's the news. This is what you got 5. Romeo and India Papa. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, Mike, having Johnny there. So I like to be interactive with a lot of people who put it up there already. But yeah, I just realized I can use the picture of the live stream and what it's going. I don't think anyone else can. But yeah, that's the little all-star news. Made on the free ALLSTAR. And of course, yeah, like I said, I think it's quite a prison news, actually. But of course, yeah, that's the grab from where it was purchased from. And then, of course, I said about the picture that I put on the beginning, and that is the picture I put on the beginning of the live stream. And of course, yeah, that's to reflect the Parliament. Even though that reduction period isn't there at the moment, actually. Yeah, I went through it by accident on the stuff, so yeah, it all came off, but it's growing back. But yeah, that reflects what's been going on in the UK this week, or what you feel has been going on this week. So before I offend anyone, I'll get rid of that picture. So, right, we will go right to G35 COG. 850 Bravo Hotel. Chris, you want to answer that break station? Up to you. Yeah, Mike 0 Oscar Bravo Charlie. I did hear that. And of course, yeah, we did take check-ins, but yeah, you've arrived now. So I'll quickly pass it back to you. So Mike 0 Oscar Bravo Charlie. And I prefer I got that right. And yeah, we'll get a personal for you as well. Yeah, it's Mike 0 Bravo Oscar Charlie. Operator name is Connor. Coming through on the Mike November repeater in Manchester. Just wondering if I'm getting into the net okay. I just wanted a quick radio check if you wouldn't mind, please. I'm trying to set up this SCM 500D in the car, and just wondering if my call sign's showing up on it. Cheers up. Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, well, you're getting in, you are in, stopping in, and of course, you can definitely tell it's RF there, and of course, yeah, you are getting in there, not a problem, but on course line, no, it's bringing M0NWX, which is the cqnorthwest course line for Darrell, and of course he links them to a network, and of course he goes out to all sorts of places, as well as joining with the W.D.R.G for the nets as well. So your course line isn't exactly come across, but of course, yeah, you've announced it, so we've got it. That's all good there, Tommy. So, right, I'll keep things moving, and we'll come back down to you afterwards. So I will go back to Steve, who's number 3 in the log. GW5, W.D.R.G, ready to you there, Steve.
GW5, W.D.R.G returning, thank you, Chris. Everything's gone out with me name now. The Eurovision Song Contest is rather weird. Australia's in it. I mean, yeah, Israel is kind of strange. I suppose that's kind of in Europe. I think Israel's a member of the European Broadcasting Union. So that might be why they are allowed in. And of course, this caused a lot of trouble this year. A lot of people, I think 5 out of the countries in Europe have boycotted it because Israel who won't go into that. I did see your monkey picture, by the way, this morning. I didn't realise that it was sat in Parliament. I just thought you were monkeying around. I don't know, I didn't quite. You look very serious, actually, quite studious and serious, which is, I guess, kind of unusual for some of you. I wonder if you're thinking of standing to be Prime Minister. Maybe you'll get a turn, because we keep changing them every few months, don't we? So, yeah, they might come around and see you. You can probably do a better job than some of the ones we've had. Right, Michael, yes, I do 5 FDA today, not because I'm lazy, but because I think I don't want it to put a strain on my radio because of the heavy duty cycle. That's my excuse anyway. Probably I am lazy. And I did get it to work in the end. I found the problem. The audio codec things were said not found after them. I have no idea why. They were there, but it said not found or not connected or something. And so I just kind of clicked on them again somehow, and that went away, and then it worked. So I don't know what happened. I was thinking probably because, as I was saying at the start of the net, this Microsoft Teams thing, and I think you quite often when you go on something like that, you can get your audio changed without you knowing the audio feed. Also, when I use this computer, actually this is a different computer to the one that it's on, so it's not. Anyway, it's working now, so who cares as long as it works what it is. That's using Chris M7CCS from GW5
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yeah, when you use things like Teams and stuff, that will then hit your mic and it will then hit the speaker. What I tend to do if I'm using it, well, I don't anymore, but when I was using a PC that would basically do my FTA and do my, my meetings and things, I find that quite literally, I would always be using the cables, and it's because in the default settings for Teams, it will do the audio and Microsoft output mapper. If you change it in Teams to the actual microphone, the actual speaker tab, you should be okay. And then in the FT8 program then, W.D.R.G, JTX, or whatever you're using, in there, instead of using Open Sound Mapper, actually select what it's using. But another quick way around it is, you pretty much, if you're putting audio into the PC, you're plugging directly into the PC, you could just buy a little cheap 5-pound sound card and plug the audios into there and select them just for the FT8. And that's probably worth doing it. So that's a quick way. It's the other thing as well. There used to be someone that would use a computer for a WiresX, but also be on a Teams meeting. And every time the YSF radio went, the audio would go on the meeting for them. So it's because YSF radio uses the same card as well if you're using it as a little gateway or a node. So that's something important. But pretty much, I had a PC that I was doing FT8 on, running WiresX on it, and on a Teams meeting, because I only had one, and I literally used the onboard sound and 2 USB sound cards, and that's what got me running it. But so it is possible. So we're going for G0. Do you use that?
G0, you said that's correct. Yeah. I don't know. It sounded too complicated for me, that. It was right over the top. But, I don't do Teams or anything like that, so I don't have that problem. But I regularly use, and that particular computer only does the WiresX, the FT8 WS-TGX. But it regularly loses the input. So I don't know why. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It doesn't transmit out the first place a lot better. So, apart from that, I did have a problem the other day. Probably last week when I was trying to do some FT8, and every time I transmitted, the radio dropped out. Anyway, it turned out I had the tuner in line. I don't know why that should do it, but it obviously did, because when I took the tuner out of line, because I don't need the tuner, the antennas are cut for whatever they want, So, it sorted itself out, but I didn't get any contacts. I did try for a few, but I didn't get any replies. I think one replied to me, but he didn't come back after that, so, yeah. You'll good after that. So, I will get around to it, I will, definitely. Back to you, Chris, M7CCS G0, use it.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie, yeah. Sometimes these problems, they can change just due to a change in the track. And weirdly enough, you wouldn't think about it, you just put kind of code in the track, but you change the variables. Weird. But things like that. But normally when it's a band shutting down or something, it's normally going to a USB card in or something like that. But of course, I had an interesting one actually on FT8. So there I am, and I'm hearing all the stations in, and I'm thinking, yeah, brilliant. And I'm trying to transmit out, and my hands up. I'm not going nowhere. Well, I am going there, but I'm not really going anywhere in a sense. I'm not getting any contacts, anything like that. So, off the same box, I looked into the 3.5, which goes into the USB sound card, as I mentioned. And, the red wire was on, But, yeah, the wire that tends to go into the garden, and it's kind of like, it causes an effect and things. So, a little problem solver, got it sorted, put it back up, readjusted the same properties, because obviously readjusting the same properties to compensate, obviously. Yeah, working well again. So, yeah, just ongoing maintenance, and sort of kind of all the little issues like that. But yeah, just changing the variables of yeah, bringing some, just moving it. Well, I'm looking around now, in my shack, so yeah, there's a little corner there somewhere, which I think is about right, because you can't really get it anymore. Of course, yeah, that's one variable. And if I was going for something to change yesterday, of course, yeah, there's another laptop in there. So I investigated power supply. And if that was the problem. But of course, yeah, I'm not having a problem. I do find with 80 of a problem, but the antenna is not for 80. That's why. But yeah, for being clear enough to actually do everything on 80 as well, that's quite hard when you've got somebody who's got their own teaming setup. So, shall we say, that's what I'll say. The panels screwed all over the front face here into the windows, on a shed roof, and yeah, they go into a Chinese converter. Definitely, if you hear that noise, right, I've timed out myself, so I'll take a hit. Okay, I've timed out myself, so I'll take a hit. As I said, and yeah, we will after with the G0EZ, so we will go round to Golf Oscar, Golf 0 Victor Zulu Echo.
Yes, G0VZE. I was just taking a peek at the U version, and there's an unjust as a cast. I thought I've got problems, but obviously not. Oh, by the way, I'm using a Yaesu FT7TD70 Delta. That handheld. Just in case, just for your information. I don't know if he's came in or not. I'm sure that he's got not 5 watts. High power, So I'm hoping that he's getting it. And I'm receiving sometimes he's just cutting out of it. I think I'm using repeaters. I'm using the local Delta Zulu repeater at the minute. I don't know if you're out of group for anything like that fusion, so I don't know how that's working. It's obviously like you say, everything's on the default version of it. So maybe. And then this Ragchew Net, it is 6 o'clock or something. You start at 6 o'clock on Saturday. I just want to schedule it so I can make a note of it first travel area. Anyway, back to you. G0VZE, Golf 0 Echo.
Mike, Charlie Sierra, well, yeah, the YSX number is 87517 for the W.D.R.G. Search and direct W.D.R.G. You're going through the cqnorthwest route, and that's why I see the link call sign and not your call sign. So you're coming via the cqnorthwest route, and of course, yeah, this net, it starts at 7:30 p.m. And we go on till, well, I'm looking at the time now, back to about 9 o'clock, maybe 4 depending on numbers. Yeah, that's pretty much the net. There's also a fortnightly net at 8:30 p.m. And that also goes out across the same network. So that one will be happening this week. So it's W.D.R.G net. So that's 8:30 p.m. In the evening onwards. For that net as well. So we pretty much went over you with 2 nets out there, including quality rather than the numbers. And of course, yeah, we've got a few regulars on as well. But anyone's welcome to join us. So yeah, that's the information there for you there. So right, I'm just trying to work out where I am because there's 2 via Stevie Northwest. you'll find absolutely. That's all. Yeah, we're going to Tommy now. Well, the length of November here in Manchester, 0, Oscar Bravo Charlie. Okay, there's nothing heard there from Tommy. Is there anyone else before we go round for the last round, and then we will do the 7-3 round after that round? Yeah, is there anyone else who would like to join us? If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and then over. Okay, so we go to Michael with me on the 5 Romeo India Papa. We should be able to get it round and then go round again. Over to you there, Michael.
This is Chris Smith Romeo India Papa, and from Columbus, Tennessee. And just a few minutes ago, my son and his wife sent me a video through text. And it was a video of their ultrasound. She is at 28 weeks, and she sent me a video of my wife and I. We both got the text of our first granddaughter. Actually, our first grandchild. Her name is Riley, and she's swimming around very heartily, has lots of strength, and seems to be going just well. And we're just hardly waiting to release, see her live and in color and in our arms. It's a fantastic thing. You know, my first grandchild, didn't know if this day would ever come, but it has. It's here now. That we're going to welcome as a grandchild. I know for those of you who have grandkids, you know what that feeling is like. And I'm going to feel it my first time. And feels pretty darn good so far. Let's see. Real quick, before we get off to the line, food porn. My wife made some baked beans yesterday with a I don't even try to remember now. I got off track. I don't know what else they were talking about. It was with some beef and some pork and other things in the actual baked beans themselves. And she also cooked a Coca-Cola cake. Coca-Cola cake is a chocolate cake with an entire serving of Coke with a drink without any. It has all the sugar in it. Very delicious. Will shoot your blood sugar, just to let you know. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Chris. Whiskey off a 5 from Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Congratulations to you, Michael. I couldn't change the transition. We're going to get it out there. Yeah, congratulations to you. And that's good news for you there. And of course, with the PT as well, and of course, single you have a little bit better. Of course, a reader music there as well at the same time with that update. So we go to the GW5 of D.R.G, right here, that's me.
GW5 thank you, Chris. Just say before I start, I'm sure you missed out 2 stations in the US, Jerry and John, or did I go to sleep or something, or did they say 73 before and I didn't notice? Well, I thought you missed 2 people out. Anyway, I know you sort that out after. But it isn't 73 round, is it? No, it's not. Right, congratulations to Michael, yeah, that's great. It's good that you know the sex now, so you can buy all the right kinds of presents for the baby when it finally arrives, and that's great if you know this one. My youngest son's been living with his girlfriend for about getting on for 2 years now, I think, and they're actually engaged now and they're getting married this summer. But I think she'd love to have a child, but at the moment they've just bought a house and then they're having a huge big extension built at the moment on the back. So I think the cost of all that at the moment is a bit too much for her to give up her job for a bit. And she's also just changed the job, and I don't think she gets any like maternity leave for a year. So anyway, I'm hoping I'm hoping that they'll get to it as soon as possible if they can, and so that I can play with my grandchild at least before it's too late, before I'm sat in a nursing home with no energy and going around in a wheelchair. So anyway, back to you then, Chris. M7CCS G.W.D.R.G. CQNW weather update. The northwest of England is experiencing temperatures around 11 degrees with light to moderate rain in some areas. Expect scattered to broken clouds, with winds averaging between 1 to 5 miles per hour. Stay dry and keep those umbrellas handy. 7-3 from M0NW.
When we spoke to John, because we did speak to John. So I think on that I'm losing my mind now as well. You might confuse me, Steve. But yeah, so it's all good, and yeah, I'm running all different things here. And when I'm doing that, and I'm actually testing that things are working for freshmen as well. And what for what I've got to press as we go on, closing that thing. So, yeah, I may have missed a couple, but we didn't hear from Tommy in Manchester. So, we will go range 2G0, DUZ, range 2 there, Rob.
G0, DUZ, back to the room, yeah. Congratulations, Michael, on your first grandchild. That's lovely. And the girl as well. My first one was a girl. She's 20 now. Unfortunately, she can't get work. She's trying for 2 years, can't get a job. But she's off to university now. She's got a place at the University of Norwich. So she's looking forward to that. And we're looking forward to contributing financially. So, yeah. The other two, I've got another two after that. The little one is, he's coming off his A-level, so he's another year to go. And then he'll be going to university. The youngest is about 12. I think he's 12 now. So, he's a bit to go. So, yeah, brilliant. But yes, it's lovely to have grandchildren. We spent a lot of time with ours, because I retired from the police. And we moved down, we came down from up north to Cambridge. So we got quite involved with looking after them during the week. It was great. Anyway, I've got to go. I shall be back. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0 user.
Yeah, and like 7 Charlie Sierra well, I was listening to the WX, and yeah, my parents had this, well, it was called a slave, and a bit paranoid in it. In one sense, but yeah, you feel going for the gas fire. and yeah, it's basically a chimney. But of course, when the rain goes in a certain direction, a tiny couple of drops come out of it. But it's all clean from rain, and going to seal it up, and there's even a little turban there just in case. But of course, yeah, you just hear a tapping on the top of it. So yeah, it hurts me it rings. So that's all good. So we're going to G0VZE, ring to you there. Okay, never heard from there, so yeah, sorry if I missed you last time, Jerry. AI5NTU. INTU there, sorry. Okay, and just to double check, we're trying for John in Ragchew. Well, it says that, Scotland. It says Scotland, yeah, John in Scotland. Via DHead. 83 said UQ.
How you doing, Chris, and everybody else on the net? It's been quite some time since I checked into your net. For some reason, I just decided to play with the hot spot, and I figured I'd check in to see if you guys were there, and you were. So, not too terribly much to report here. The weather is absolutely beautiful. It's about 23 degrees Celsius here, and sunny. And it's been kind of cold for the past couple of weeks, so now we're able to get out and start doing some gardening. But while I was sitting here listening to everybody, I was scrolling through Facebook, and it looks like you've got a nice little get together going on over in London right now. So I hope it all works out for them. So with that, I'm just going to send it back to you. This is Kilo Charlie 3 Zulu Uniform Quebec.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, yeah, there are pictures on the Facebook, and ready to live stream going there on YouTube. But of course, yeah, members of the W.D.R.G are doing things, and they're getting out there. Of course, I literally didn't know till it was happening. The GV8 SOS went on the air on FTA, and there was a message in the group there. And of course, some pictures. So, yeah, put them together, get them out there, show the members of the group right there operating using the call sign. Of course, I'm in my normal shack, and of course, there are members in their own normal shacks using their own call signs, and getting contacts as well for SOS Radio Week. So that's throughout the whole month, really. Of May, but yeah, we'll get that one out there, and it's all good there, Scott. So, right, the next person on my list is Thomas, listening via YouTube, and we're going to go and do the 7-3 night right now, so we go up to Michael with the Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa.
This is a Channel 5, we're only when you pop in. I'm assuming this is a 73 round. I hope if I'm wrong, that you'll correct me. I was just watching a video of the USS-04 pulling into Virginia today after 326 days deployed. Almost a year. These guys have been out, the guys and gals at this point have been deployed. And the video reminded me so much of when I used to come home from the 6-month deployment, 6 and 7-month deployment, and you can come home and see how the kids are grown and get with the family. So very good day, very good time for them. And as it's been a good net. We've had some people from my side of the world and people from your side of the world. It's been a really good net. Really enjoyed it. I enjoyed my video. Again, my daughter's at 28 weeks. I'm sorry, 28 weeks. So it's just a matter of time before we get to those money to enjoy it. And I say, Rod, you know how it feels, and I hope very soon, Stephen, you know how it feels. Great net today. Thanks so much, Chris, for hosting it and going through all the trouble that you go through to get one to get this out online. And everybody have a great week, and we'll talk to you again next Saturday from Whiskey Alpha 5, roaming into Papa 73.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie here, 73 there, Michael. And thanks very much for being there. So I'm getting, okay. And I've got a message screen for a country from Donna, it's an essay. So I'll read that in a bit. So we're going to Steve at GW5VG. You were right, Michael. It was the 73 rank. Rank to you there, Steve, GW5VG.
GW5VG returning. Thank you, Chris. 73 to everybody. It's been a very good net tonight. As we said, Michael, we've got a lot of representatives from the US today, and so best wishes to everyone. Nice to hear you all over there, and thank you, Chris, for being net controller, and also another little message for you, Michael. Good night, y'all. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yeah, 7-3 to there, Steve, and of course that message passed to Michael. So we go right to T0, EZ, rank T there, Ross, for you on us over on 7-3.
G0, EZ, that's the group, yeah. I got called away by the SYL woman for the television. So she's trying to watch the Double Ranch, I think it's called, is it? The new one. She's watched one episode and she wants to go on, but I don't think it's available yet. I know it was supposed to be on the 15th, but on the screen it's a different port to the normal, so I don't think it's available on Paramount at the moment. Anyway, we'll say 7-3 to everybody. We love to speak to you all, and especially those Jerry and Joe in the States, yeah, brilliant. So 7-3, catch you next week. Hopefully I'll be there for Sochi on Wednesday for a while. And yeah, see you all. Bye bye everybody. M7CCS T0, use it.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, yeah, well, 7-3, and of course, yeah, you can catch the this week, and at 8:30 on the same network. Of course, no live stream for that one. But yeah, you're able to be able to catch them this week, and hopefully one of your radios will work there, Rob. So yeah, we give everyone a chance on the Ragchew Net. So of course, yeah, I've got some marks on some of the call signs, but we can redeem them and change them green. So we'll go round and we'll see if we can get 7-3 from G0VZ.
Yeah, sounds good, Tony. I've got to myself a coffee tonight, so I think I'll get to decide on. Thanks very much for that, and see you guys. You've got to good luck in Newcastle on the line of Central UK, now cleaning the Saturday Ragchew Net the last time. Bye for now.
Yeah, goodbye. I'm 7-3. So, we're trying and see if we can get 7-3 from Jerry at KI5 and NTU. Okay, nothing heard there. So, we'll see if we can get 7-3 from John in Township, KC3, Zulu, Uniform, Quebec, running chief, yours 7-3.
Yeah, Chris, nothing really more to add. I hope everybody has a good week, and just wish everybody well. So I'm going to say 7-3 to everybody. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Zulu Uniform, Quebec, and I'll try to check in the future. Back to you.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie here, and not a problem there, John. And of course, yeah. So, 7-3 to you. So, we're trying for Tommy, M0 OBC, Ragchew for your 7-3, is that? Okay, nothing heard. So, I was Mike 7, Charlie Sierra at control. We had with the L5, Romeo India Papa, Michael. We had GW5, VOG, Steve. We had G0, EZ, Rod. G0, Victor, Zulu, Echo. We had Kilo, India 5, November, Tango, Uniform, Cherry. We had KC3, Zulu, Uniform, Quebec, John. We had M0, OPC, Tommy. And Ron listening on YouTube. As well as Michael with the L5, Romeo, India Papa. 7 Phil, catch you in the week. And remember to put it net this week, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. UK time. 7-3 for now.